never been a time when humankind did not dream of flight. Fanciful diagrams spread across Renaissance manuscripts. Rickety baskets clinging to groaning balloons. Monks launching themselves from towers with handmade wings. But now, the rigid airship, a noble titan of the sky, its lungs enclosed by ribs of metal. The possibilities stretch as far as the limitless horizon. Untethered from the capricious sea, we can accomplish vast voyages in record time, melt away the distances between nations. And of course, there are new ways to settle old scores. For those with the boldness and the ingenuity to embrace this new dimension of tactical thinking, the rewards will be bountiful. What will they say of the age of airships? Well, that's up to you. There has never been a time when humankind did not dream of flight. Fanciful diagrams spread across Renaissance manuscripts. Rickety baskets clinging to groaning balloons. Monks launching themselves from towers with handmade wings. But now, the rigid airship, a noble titan of the sky, its lungs enclosed by ribs of metal. The possibilities stretch as far as the limitless horizon. Untethered from the capricious sea, we can accomplish vast voyages in record time, melt away the distances between nations. And of course, there are new ways to settle old scores. For those with the boldness and the ingenuity to embrace this new dimension of tactical thinking, the rewards will be bountiful. What will they say of the age of airships? Well, that's up to you.
Good evening, good afternoon, good night, depending on where you're joining. Anthony, really great to see you. Who else is already here? Are you all excited? I definitely am. I think, this new scenario is really looking good. The new DLC is definitely bringing a lot of new things, so really keen to get into all of this with all of you. So yeah, don't hesitate to tell me who's there in the comments, in the chat. The video we just saw is obviously the official launch trailer. You can see it on the Ubisoft page, or I'll post it also on the comments later if you want to see it. And today I definitely have a big plan. I haven't streamed in a while, so obviously don't hesitate to share in the comments. If the sound is too high, too low, anything, I'd love to hear your thoughts to make this as great as possible. Hi Gron, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. We're definitely going to do a lot of things today. Obviously, as I said, right, we have a lot of new content with the new DLC, the new airships, the new platform, the postal systems. We also have the new scenario, and we also have new things that are in the free update. Even if you don't have this new DLC, you can still get that. So a lot of exciting things for us to look at. Don't hesitate to also tell me in the comments, what are you most excited about? What do you want to see first? Let me just check a bit the sound on this side over here. Yes, that's what I thought. I pushed it a bit low. Yeah. Cool. So, the first thing, hopefully, that you see over here right away is we have a new section, the Grand Gallery. The Grand Gallery is not a new type of game. This is something where you're gonna spend money. Don't worry, it's not real money, it's in-game money, it's those golden tickets. And as you can see, I already have more than 3,000 of these. If you open your game earlier today or tomorrow, you may not see as many, because this is basically linked to how many scenarios you have already done before. So, we already have the Eden Burning scenario and Clash of Silver scenario, something like this. I forgot the name, sorry. the second scenario. And based on how many times you've done them, you also already have a number of golden tickets. So I do have quite a bit because you can see 3,000, those things only cost 20. Over here we have portraits. They do cost a bit more. The Paloma, this is the new AI we have right now. So we can buy it. Let's buy it for our next playthrough. We can use that one. Then we also have a couple of skins, in particular for the new Zephyr class. This is the new medium size, if I'm not remember. No, or the biggest one. I don't know. We'll see in game very quickly. Then we also have the Queen Airship looking really good, and the Queen Ship of the line. So if you like skins, this is definitely very cool. And then there's a number of items too. So these, as you can see, are not new items, right? I think everybody knows Mr. Garrick, for example, who's providing, a lot of money because it gives you your pocket watches and jewelries if you have a bank. Or these ones are from the Arctic, right? So this is not, there's nothing that's new, but basically the point with this is if I buy them and I start a new game, then I already have those items. I start with those items, so it's to give you a bit of a boost. But at the same time, and let's do, a random one. I think we can do the gritty gas extractor, for example. Right now, this is 100 ticket. If you buy it, 150. So it's a bit similar to the research, where the more you buy, the more expensive it gets. So very quickly, actually, this could deplete my reserve if I wasn't too, careful. The ornaments, obviously this is a bit similar, right? You buy these ornaments and you can then use them in your cities. What's important is you see, for example, these fences, right? It says 20 in parentheses. That means you can only use 20. If you want to use more, then you're gonna have to buy this several times. And the price doesn't increase, it seems. Yeah, the price doesn't increase. So that's something good, at least for these ones. They do look quite interesting. Let's buy them. I can buy one of these and put them in our game soon. Okay, we still have quite a bit. We're good. Okay, so this was the first thing I wanted to show you, the Grand Gallery. Don't hesitate to tell me if you have already any questions in the chat. I'd love to hear about this Grand Gallery. Otherwise, we're gonna dive into the game soon. Again, I haven't streamed in a while, so don't hesitate to tell me if the sound is too high, too low. I can definitely try to adjust that before we dive in. Thanks everybody for joining. Have you also been already able to play a bit yourself, or is this the first time you're seeing it? So now, to discover some of the new things, we're gonna play a couple of these saves. Won't be too long, and then after that, we'll go into the scenario. The first thing I wanted to show you is actually we're gonna use a save that is not even mine. This is a save that was shared on Fox Discord. It has, as you'll see, more than 11 million of population. So it's one of the big records out there. So definitely a good one, to test some of those new things. At the same time, you will see even my computer with 32 gigabytes of RAM is going to struggle a bit with that one. So we won't stay too long on it. Then we'll use a few other saves to test a few other things. But yeah, let's start with this one first. It's gonna load quickly, I'm sure. And in the meantime, feel free to, again, ask any question in the chat. Also share, what you're most excited about to see today, so I can make sure to show it to you. On my side, I'm definitely excited to try the new scenarios. And if you're new to my channel, you may not have seen, but I definitely have videos on how to get the gold medal on all the other scenarios, also on how to, even get way more than the gold medal. So, for example, for the Eden Burning, I did it without any items, like the gold medal without any items. Or for the second one, I got more than 1,500 coins. So just a good fun. Okay, Gron, nice to hear. Indeed, the update was actually quite big. It's 6 gigabytes, and even if your internet is super fast, usually it's limited by the Ubisoft servers. So I think on my side, it took probably at least an hour or so. So yeah, you do need a bit of time for this. Okay, so here it is. We are on the saves. The airships around the globe have arrived. As we saw, as I said just before, this is Paloma, Valente. That's going to be a sort of the new AI over here to help us with that. So yeah, I mean, this is an almost 12 million save, right? So quite a big one. But before we dive into a lot of the mechanics, I actually want to show you that we do have a number of new items. And some of those items have actually nothing to do with the airships. A good way to see new items is often to just start by your research institute. You click on your research points, because if you've already researched, all of the items, this would just be gold, right? I mean, yesterday, basically here, it was saying everything was researched, but now we can see that we have 9 new items over here, and actually quite a lot, 21 new items over here. So this is an easy way to just discover a lot of the new items that are at least the item, that you can research. Sometimes there are items you can't research, and that's fine. We can find them with other ways, but with these ones, we can definitely find at least the first few. So we can see a few over here. Why can't I see what they are doing? That is annoying. Okay, that seems like a new bug. Before, when you were hovering over it, we could see, what they were. Now we can't anymore. I mean, this is definitely weapons. And I actually don't know who those guys are. So we're gonna need to discover them in the second way that is possible. But anyway, yeah, this is a bug I need to report. I haven't heard anybody say that before. So yeah, we can't actually even see those names, but we can see there's definitely a lot. So now let's abandon this and try the other way, which is obviously to do Control T, so that you can go into your item tab, and then there's a couple of things. I mean, obviously, if you know exactly your name, then we can go into them. For example, from the release note, we know the name of some of those new ones, like the Mad Mary, which is this one. We need to put unknown. Okay, that is not what I wanted to do. Mad Mary, yes. Okay, that's her. And with that, we're going to decrease our productivity, but we're also going to have to increase our maintenance cost and our workforce. We're increasing also illness and explosion. So all across the board, it seems very bad, right? And on top of that, we need to add now a new input, which is dynamite. And this is for all of the mines, right? So usually your mines, they work without anything, right? They just mine resources. Now we have an input. We're gonna need to make to use dynamite, but in exchange for that, we're going to get every 2 cycles 12 of those resources. So for example, if this is an iron mine, you produce, for example, an iron every 20 seconds because of this productivity decrease, but every 40 seconds, you're going to produce 12 iron on top of the one that you produce normally. So that is interesting. Obviously we need to see, I mean, depends if you are already producing a lot of dynamite, if you can buy, you can buy some dynamite in a few places. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting new mechanics. And they've done that in a couple of places. There's definitely a few of those items. I won't show you all now, but I'll post them all on my channel, on my Discord community after the stream. So you can hopefully find them if you haven't before. This one is another type where now we're going to be able to produce dung in M-Besa, in our Senga farm and God farm. Remember, the dung was introduced in the previous DLC, in DLC 10, for the fertilizer, and it was only possible to do it in the new world. Now you can do with that, you can make it in M-Besa too. It's a couple of really interesting new mechanics, especially if you have a lot of the DLCs. Then, the other way you can do it is obviously to type something like airships or FC platform, right? And this way with airships, we can see all of the items that are linked to that. We knew that one before, right? This was already there from the Arctic, but now there's a few others, right? And some of them, as you can see, cannot be researched, but this one can, for example. Damage per shot plus 20, attack speed, accuracy, so quite a good one if you want to do a military campaign, like my latest playthrough, where we had definitely a lot of military fun. Let's see what else we have. Movement speed, that's gonna be interesting, right? Movement speed for airships, make them even faster. So a few cool ones. Let's check also maybe the platform. What do we have over here? We have this one for the loading speed. That's gonna be good because the loading speed is actually quite small. And spoiler alert, there is a bug linked, or at least there was a bug during the early access. Let's see together in a minute if it's fixed, but there was a bug there. So this loading speed will help. Another one here where we can research it. So that's really good. And this one is for the maintenance cost. So probably not super interesting. Okay, what other items do you want me to check? Any specific elements? Maybe we can check one of the new mine. No, but yeah, tell me in the chat what other items you want me to look at before we move to the next thing. So we can see for the bauxite mine, which is one of the new mine in the new world, we have sort of the typical things, right? Like ferrous works for everything. The printing press, if you have at least the anarchist DLC, really good one too. So I don't see a new one over here. Tell me if you do. That seems to be the standard ones. I also really like this icon that tells you which one you can research and which one you cannot. I actually can't remember if that's a new thing or if I'm just not remembering it. Don't hesitate to tell me that also in the chat. So the bauxite, yeah, helium, let's see. Helium extractor, that's the other one. Yeah, that seems to be the same. Yeah, a few interesting things, definitely. I mean, that was what, 21 items plus 11 or something like this. There was definitely a number of new items, so we're gonna take some time to discover them all. Now, before we move into the new world, one other thing I wanted to show you over here is the new harbor defenses, if we actually can find them. So these ones are the old ones, right? The mountain gun and the cannon tower. We have this one over here, this one over there. This is not new. This one definitely is, right? The flag emplacement. So this will attack your the airships, right, to defend against the airships. And what's interesting is we can see we need 300 workers to unlock it. And this save has 11, almost 12 million of population, but doesn't have 300 workers. This is very fun. Obviously, it's sort of a bug, right? Because this save at some point had 300 workers. It's just now we don't have 300 workers anymore. But we can correct that quite quickly by just downgrading a few of these over here. This is artisan, so one more. I don't want to use, to downgrade the whole island, so that's why I'm just doing it manually. And in the meantime, don't hesitate to share in the chat if you have any thoughts. I just want to unlock that flag emplacement to see how it looks. Okay. Oh, and we've also unlocked now this one over here. So yeah, this is the flag emplacement. Let's put it next to it. As I said, I mean, this is 12 million of population, so it definitely lags a bit, but then after we'll jump into other saves. Now we also have this one, the flame tower. I wanted to say flamethrower, but now it's flame tower. That has, as you can see, 575% damage modifier for all wooden ships. If your enemy is full of ship of the lines, you definitely want this one, I think, because there's not even a. How far is the range of this thing actually? Nice. Why can't I see the range? That is strange. So this one we can see the range pretty good. Why can't I see? Oh, this one is very good range. And then this one, huge range. And this, yeah, it's actually a pretty good range, as you can see. Right, contrary to the flamethrower when you add it to your ship, this one actually has a huge range. That doesn't seem super realistic, given that it's flames, but okay, we'll take it. Obviously, it takes a bit of time, as always, to be created, but yeah, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. There's also another variation of this one when you can use gas from the Arctic, if I'm not mistaken. It's not this one. No, we don't have it. Maybe it's because we need to unlock it with something. But yeah, this one is the opposite, because this one, instead of being strong against your wooden ships, it's going to be strong against the metal one, right? The modern ships. So we're talking about almost 400% modifier. Pretty good. Some advanced weapons. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting, definitely. For military campaigns. And I'm actually thinking about my next playthrough to do something with the new military mode. For those of you who don't know, the military mode sort of revamps completely the AIs to make them a lot stronger. So they start, building fleets that are a lot bigger. And it also brings a few new ships, things like dreadnoughts and all of this. There's also a new mod that's almost finished that's bringing airship carrier that actually has airships on it. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking about my next playthrough to do a military one, and I think these ones will be interesting to have in there. Don't hesitate, as always, to tell me also in the chat what you think about that. Okay. There's also, a few new ships over here, as you can see, right? Well, first of all, they've changed also a bit the look of it. Looks a bit different, but on top of that, we have new ones. All right, so this is not new, right? This is the normal monitor. This is the one you can see over here. But now we have those two new monitors over here, which are flamethrowers. Right, this flamethrower one, this one is the normal one, and this one is the one that uses the Arctic gas. They also have this bonus, right? You can see all wooden hull ships, 600%. That's gonna be quite strong against, again, ship of the lines and things like this, if you manage to get them at that point. And then there's also this one here, which is anti-air weapon, right? So it's the equivalent of your flak cannon over here. Now we can also have one of these. Let's try to build them. I mean, it's gonna take some time. But while we do that, we can move to the new world. And yes, indeed, you're right, my friend. It is not called military mode. That was the first version of it. Now it's called the overhaul mode. And it's actually still in beta, but I think we can still use it. Okay, we're now in the new world, and we have, as always, a bit of a tutorial on how to use things, right? But before we jump into this, another thing I wanted to show you, if you've missed it, is there an Hacienda here? Where's the Hacienda? You guys see an Hacienda? I don't see an Hacienda here. Why didn't he build an Hacienda? Otherwise, let's just delete a few things. That's okay. Maybe my eyes are just not open. If so, just tell me. Oh, it's crazy how much this save is lagging with this 12 million of population. And obviously, it's not just the population, right? It's like you can see on the map all of the boats. It's also all of the dockland that's going on. So yeah, we're not gonna stay very long on this one, but I just wanted to show you a few more small things on this save before we move to another save. So yeah, the Hacienda before, this was only a range of 40 at the maximum. Now it's 75. As you can see, 75 is huge, right? This is, right now it's obviously it's not a great position for this building. We could have put it more over here, but yeah, it's gonna take most of the normal islands. 75. That's going to cover it all. So that's gonna make the new world definitely easier for sure. So I'm with you, Karamis. I think this save is just way too big. Let's move to another one and let's actually move to my small island challenge. And there we can really discover, these new things, the new hangar, the new airship, the platform, the new mines. Couple of those things. Also want to show you the lifestyle needs and in particular some of the problems that are coming with that. And yeah, then I also really want to jump into the scenario. Start, I definitely can't promise to get the goal tonight. I don't think that's possible. It's a lot more about showing you the scenario, start discovering together. But tomorrow, maybe. Tomorrow, if you're keen, we can do another live stream. Just get the gold medal. Artemis, also great to see you. It's been a long time, I feel. And yeah, I'm thinking indeed that my next playthrough needs to just be, a gigantic, all DLC, tons of mods, and maybe also do a lot via streams, not just videos, but also streams so that you guys can enjoy it with me. So do tell me in the comments if that's something interesting. Because always keen to hear your thoughts. Okay, it's gonna take a minute to load. But hopefully the FP, obviously I'm also streaming and all of this at the same time, right? So it does take a bit of a tool on the computer, but yeah, I think this save will be a lot better. Okay, so yes, this is how, spoiler alert, right? If you haven't watched the last episode of the series, of the custom map series, this is how we ended. We did get to investors, so that was pretty cool there. And we have, of course, our New World Islands that we can start developing a bit. And we have, for example, on this island, a bauxite mine. That's perfect. This is one of the new mine. We obviously get it over here with the obreros. It's also going to take a bit of coal. So you can bring the coal from the old world or something. Or you can also now have charcoal clean in the new world. That's pretty good. Yeah, I hear you, Anthony. You can't just play Anno all the time. Sometimes you need a break. I had good fun in the last few months also with Captain of Industries. If you guys haven't tried it yet, don't hesitate to do. Hey, Bono, no, it's not the early access actually, because this is the release today. This is the release today. I'm just discovering with all of you. I've discussed with Ubisoft before. Basically, they would love to give me the early access if I go on Twitch, but I've basically never been on Twitch, so I don't think any of you guys follow me on Twitch or anything like that. So no, I didn't get the early access. This is live. This is live. It's been live for I think 5 hours now or so. It's 5 or 6 gigabytes, so it's gonna take a bit of time, Bono, for you to get it, but yeah, I'm sure you can get it quick. So now let's see. Indeed, we have some of those new buildings. We're gonna need to make some aluminium. So 1 minute 30 seconds, 40 obreros, so it's not too much. Minus 10 attractiveness for the beauty builders out there. And it requires bauxite, which is one of those new mines. So don't worry, you don't need to create a new game. You just load the game like I just did over here, and then some of your islands will have bauxite, right? My Jacobsville over here has 1 bauxite. Let's check over here. Yeah, my Rumsville has 2 bauxite and also 1 helium pocket. This one over here, one bauxite. So yeah, they definitely is spread a bit around. I see that I don't have enough journaleros at all. Let's stop some of these. That should be fine. I have tons of wood. Okay, so yes, where is my bauxite? Over here. So as I said, we are producing a bit of charcoal clean, and let me see. So this is 1 minute and 30 seconds. This is 10 seconds. So we can actually have 13 of these for just one of those mines. But this is 220 journaleros. So that's why I got into negative in my journaleros. Interesting. And then for this is 30 seconds, right? So I have 2 of these, so we could have 6 of these ones if we want. That seems like a lot. I don't know how much we're gonna need. Let's start with 3 and maybe stop one of these for now. But yeah, that's going to start making us some aluminium. And that's actually what we need to do. And then we also need some helium. And we don't have on this island, but we have it over here. So for those of you who are joining, I see a lot of more people joining now. Don't hesitate to ask any questions in the chat. We've looked at the grand gallery. We've looked a bit at some of the new items. Oh, where is this one? And now we're looking a bit at some of the new functionalities. In particular, we are following a bit the tutorial over here before we get into the new scenario. Definitely keen to get into the new scenario. So we have an helium pocket over here. Oh, this is far in the corner. And what is that one? Oh, bauxite. Okay. And we're gonna need some aluminum. Okay. So that's gonna take a bit of time. Let's increase that production then. Where was it? In the corner, I think. No. Over here. And this is in range. So I mean, we still have some obreros, so that's good. Let's put a few more. I'm not making it beautiful or anything, guys, right? We're just trying to make it quick right now to discover it a bit. Obviously, I couldn't really do that before the stream because I just got it like you. But yeah, don't hesitate if you have any question. I think I've definitely been following all of it, so I pretty much know what we need to do. Yeah, Bono, we looked a bit at some of the new items. I don't have on this save, the Research Institute, but if you click on your Research Institute, if you have researched everything else before, right, you can already see in the Research Institute some of those new items. And otherwise, obviously, Control T, right, we can go into things like airships. And then we can see definitely a few new ones. And this one is not new, but this one, for example, for sure, increasing the damage, the attack speed. This one, the speed. So in the Research Institute, we saw that there was more than 20, I think 30 something. So definitely they have increased the number. Okay, another thing we can start is indeed producing mail. So we're gonna need a bit of space. I don't have, well, we can put it on the side. So we have the post office, which is, let's say, the big one. And then we have the box, post box, which is the small one. They both do the same. They produce mail, local mail. Same productivity. It's 45 seconds. The only difference is, the radius. As you can see, for example, this is just one, so we can put over here. This is the radius of the small one, and this is the radius of the big one. Roughly, it seems double, if I'm not mistaken. Double radius. So yeah, that's... and with that, if you click on it, we can see it's starting to produce. As always, the productivity is increasing slowly. And this is a new storage. This is not linked to my storage of the island. My storage of the island is 500. It's not linked to that. This is a new storage for now. It says only 15. This is because this brings 15. I think this one brings 50. We can, and you can't have overlapping radius like your trade unions or your things like this, right? So we need to put it a bit more over here. Okay. It actually doesn't need to be connected to a road. So that's pretty interesting. Good thing to know. And yeah, as you can see, this has 50 of storage, right? And this one was just 15. So now the total storage for the island is 65. And of course, if I build another one again, that will continue to increase. But again, the big thing is that it is indeed a different one. There's a lot of new things happening already here. Another thing, if you don't know, right, if you click on any of those buildings, here you have the question mark, right? If you click on the question mark, you get into the tutorials. And of course, you have the tutorials for the other DLCs, but now we have all of these for the Empire of the Skies, right? Portal service, gathering mail, we'll talk about it. There's also some special mails for the scholars. This is, the air mails. Item transfer, we'll talk about it just now. Obviously, some of the airships are going to be armed, so there's combat, which is why we also have the cannons we saw before, and then the drop goods. So a lot of small tutorials if you're a bit stuck in something, but also otherwise, if you have any questions, just ask in the chat there or ask on the, in the comments in any of my videos, and I'll definitely do my best to answer. So anyway, we have now, we're starting to produce mail with that, right? We have 10 mails in reserve, but by default, the mail is not activated. We need to activate it. And this is not an happiness need. This is not a basic need. This is a lifestyle need. This is what you can see here at the bottom. Whatever the population, right? Obreros, they all have it, and also in the other regions. And there's two, different types. There's the communication, and then there's another one. They both do sort of the same, where they will give you more population. You can see this one, for example, is 4 obreros and more money, 2 coins for this one. This one over here, for example, right, is 2 obreros and 1 coins. And what's really, really important here is that this population, these obreros, or whatever, here for the jornaleros, this is free population. Free in the sense that they won't consume anything, right? So if we look at my population right now, if we go to my consumer goods and we look, for example, at this, the fried plantain, right? I need 4 of these, right? If I start activating this lifestyle need, for example, this one, and I don't know if I have any of these maybe in storage. Yes, I have some of these in storage too. This will start to increase, right? Now we are at 10 population, now 11. This will continue to increase. This is 1 plus 1, so this will get to 12, I guess. But, even when we get to 12, and sorry, I should have said, when you activate it for the whole island, right? It's not one house at a time. So now we're going to have more population, but we're still at 4. This hasn't changed. So all of those consumptions don't change at all. This is just free population. The only cost of that population is, of course, for this is going to consume mail. This is going to consume felt. So it's not completely free, right? You do need to pay for it somehow. You pay a bit of resources, but it's not completely, it's not like you pay twice. You don't pay this plus the consumption. You just pay this. Now, if we look a bit over here, we do see the mail. We see the local mail, we see what to produce, and we see what we need. So that will definitely help you to be able to see if you're producing enough for what you need. The reality is, I think as long as you cover well your population, with those post box or those post office, you will definitely produce enough for this island. The challenge is, will you produce enough to start getting the other one, which are regional mail and overseas mail? This is the big challenge, because basically, to get regional mail, you need to take some of this local mail and transport it to another island. To get overseas mail, you need to take some of this mail and transport it to an island in another region. So for example, send some from the new world to the old world, or vice versa. And obviously, if you're sending some of this mail to another island, that means you have less of this mail for this island over here, right? So again, if we're looking a bit over here, right? I am using right now, let's say maybe a third of what I'm producing. So I do have quite a bit that I can send. But you will see very soon that this definitely will create challenges. Basically, the key thing you need to remember is that it will only really work if you have different islands of the same size. Because if your islands are of different sizes, you won't be able to produce enough on the island and for the island and to send to the other island that is of a different size. So that's something that they really, I think, haven't really thought through. And a lot of people have been complaining during early access about it. But let's see if they change that in the future. And the main reason why this is the case, I need to start building the hangar to show you that, is the way we transport mail is different from the way you transport resources. With mail, you won't be able to do hubs. You won't be able to transport the mail from different islands to one big island and then to transport it across many. You won't be able to, for example, pick up 50 in one island and drop 25 in a second island and drop 25 in a third island. You can only pick up 50 and drop 50. So this is again why basically it only works if you really have islands of a similar size. And that's again something that maybe they will change, but for now is gonna make it a bit harder, and in particular is gonna make things like min-maxing quite challenging for this one. So anyway, we have a new airship hangar that we can build in the new world and also in the old world. So we have now in the Arctic and also in the other regions. It's not exactly the same cost in the old world than in the new world, but it's also not crazy expensive. Just put something like this. Okay. To deliver, again, super negative in jornaleros. We're gonna need to stop a couple of things because this is 500 jornaleros. Okay, that should be fine. Great to see you bonding in the chat. I love it. Don't hesitate to also share if you have any thoughts, any questions. Well, yeah, we're making progress. Obviously, this will take a bit of time. But we do need it. We can also start making the airship platform, which is the second big building, and we can start putting some of these, ornaments. I can show them to you one by one. Oh, Marcus, sorry to hear. Did you try with Direct 12 or Direct 11? So I never have any issues with 11. 12 all the time, but 11 never. For Anno, I mean. And maybe it's a good time to go into first-person mode. What do you think about that? Should we go into first-person mode? To see those ornaments. So we have departure. If you want to to leave the island, this is here. Which one is that? This is the airport. Pretty cool. Here people are waiting for the airship or the bus. They're waiting. This is the, the ancestor of the bar at the airport, I guess. In the lounge, you're in the lounge drinking your free alcohol. And here we have a cafe. Well, that looks more like a pizzeria than a cafe, but okay. So these are the new ornaments. Only 8 of these, not huge. But I'm sure the beauty builders out there will still love it. And this is the new airship platform. The airship platform, this is where your airships are going to deliver right now. This is what I was saying a bit earlier, is there's actually a bug right now where apparently all of the airships are only going to this, while Oli, the community manager, had definitely confirmed before the release that they should be able to go everywhere. You know, because if you remember, your Arctic airships, they would deliver without any problem to your trading post or to your peers, and now they don't anymore. So that's definitely a bug, right? It shouldn't happen, but yeah, this is actually happening. So this is taking great progress, all good. But yeah, let's look over here. You know, this is only 2 tons per second without any items. We saw earlier there was a few items, but not huge. So 2, that's not a lot, right? Which is why this is really a bug, right? If it was, I mean, it's just not gonna be useful if it stays like this. And on top of that, over here, we have 3 modules. If you click on it, you'll see the item transport depot, the airmail sorting office, and the commuter station. So let's build them quickly. You may already all know what they are. And if you do, sorry about that, but don't hesitate to share if you have other questions. But for everybody else, this one, let's start the next stage right away before. So we need a bit of aluminum, a bit of bricks, even more generators. So get ready for that and we can start it. But of course, even if you don't have all the generators, it will still work. It will just be slower, right? So it's not the end of the world. But yeah, we have those 3 modules. And also, as you saw, you can only build one. It's not like multiple. You can only have 1 airship and 1 of these modules. The first one is pretty cool. Is you'll be able to transfer items sort of immediately. It takes 5 seconds or something like this, where I don't know if I have any items or a boring item, but you know, I put this item over here, and then if I build the exact same thing on this island over here or in the old world, and then it's going to transfer directly over here. So it's pretty cool if, you know, you build a full island and you actually want to destroy it and send all of the items to another one, those type of things, or, you know, all the items that you build in your island, which has the research institute, then you can just send all of these items a bit everywhere. So yeah, pretty interesting quality of life, right? It's not going to change completely your gameplay, but it's pretty interesting. This one is definitely gameplay breaking or gameplay changing because it's similar to the commuter piers that we have in the old world, but now for the new world. So again, you need to have, you know, these airship platforms on 2 islands or more, and then you build those commuter stations, and this will be again like a commuter pier where you can share the workforce between islands. Any question about that, don't hesitate to tell me, but I think that's pretty straightforward. The one that is not straightforward is the airmail sorting office, which is what I was telling you a bit about earlier, where first of all, it does add a bit of capacity to your mail. This is only 10, so doesn't, you know, it's even less than to me, it's completely crazy. I think Taka was complaining about it over the weekend. I think on this one, you know, it's totally right. You have a post box, which is a 1 tile thing and super small, right? I mean, this is super small even in reality. That's giving you 15 of capacities for storage. And then you have this whole thing over here that's just giving you 10. And this whole thing there is just giving you 10 of storage. That's just completely wrong. But anyway, having said that, basically, as you can see, we can see our local mail capacity over here, right? It says minimum stock, but actually I haven't seen where you can put a minimum stock, so I don't think that's true. But anyway, this is the local mail. This will be your regional one. This will be your overseas, right? And this we need an airship to make that happen. But again, this is where this magic will happen, where on one island, you will take some of the local mail, and then when it arrives to the second island, and you need an airmail sorting office, this mail that you're delivering will be basically immediately transformed into regional mail. And then this regional mail will be used in your houses if you have unlocked the regional mail lifestyle need. And again, similarly for the overseas one, if you do it between region. So for example, sending again from the new world to the old world or something like this. Okay, we've finished the third stage. Perfect. And then the final one, again, a bit more aluminium, some sails, and now we need some obreros. Another thing I don't have a lot of, but that should be fine. Oh, I'm going riot. Yeah, this is definitely big riot going on over here. No matter, fix it later. We want some airships. So yeah, that's a bit basically about it with the airship platform. And as I said, the key thing is right now quite a low loading speed, 2 tons per second, and a bug that makes it that all of the airships are only going there and nowhere else. So as soon as you have a few airships, and in particular if you want to start doing the mail thing, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna have a queue in your airships, in your in your platform, airship platform. So let's see if they change that a bit in the future. I do need a ship. Transport a bit of aluminium. Oh, there's one here. So my aluminium, I don't know where it is. It's here. Perfect. So it's in your construction material. Let's take, I think it was 40. And you see a few of the other resources. We're going to talk about it just now. Let's send it over here. Because we remember we wanted to also start the helium. The helium is another production, which, do you see it? Yeah. So this is a new production which sort of ends at the mine, but we need to send things to the mine. So it's similar to the item that now requires dynamite for the mine to work. Here it's the same. We're gonna need some clay and also some industrial lubricant. And for the lubricant, we need some fish oil and also some salpet that comes from the new old world. But yeah, let's place this while the ship is on its way. Am I making any? Yeah, here. Okay. Put it just next to it. And some over here. Perfect. Again, making it quite dirty, quick and dirty, just to show you, because I just want to start with the scenario. Okay, and we need a couple of warehouses, one here. Or maybe that's just one. And up. Okay, good. This also, oh, and yeah, I forgot about this, indeed. The industrial oil press, for the lubricant. So it needs some fish oil, it also needs some salpet, and on top of that, it's going to plant trees. So I think actually we may not even have enough trees over here because I put it in a corner that's not really great. So we'll see, maybe my productivity is not gonna be so great. I mean, it's coming just now, in 1 second. Let's do this, and oh no, we're missing some wood. That is not great. Oh, let's take this one. I made sure to stock on resources before starting the stream, but obviously we're already running out of them. there's always, you know, the things you need that you don't have. But we're almost there. So yeah, let's see this one over here. Can we see reduce productivity? But this is increasing. Because the reduced productivity, it could be just because we don't have enough people. So let me just stop a couple of those coffee or rum distillery, sorry. Yeah, we do have the not enough cultivation area problem, but it actually doesn't show. And yeah, we see it in the reduced productivity only. So instead of 100%, we only have 40% productivity. Definitely not great. So this map, for those of you who don't know, this was my latest playthrough. This is in the hardest difficulty, so we can't move anything. But I could actually just delete it and rebuild it, I think. Otherwise, it's gonna take a while to build stuff. This is 15 seconds though, so that's pretty good. Okay, let's deliver the timber and build our helium extractor. And let's go into a bit of first-person mode to discover all of this. So where is my lubricant? This. Oh, some llamas. Can we go inside? Ooh, no. Yes, we can. Oh, that's pretty cool. Most of the time you can't really go into the buildings. Santa Claus, always there, whatever the time of the year. Always good to see him. But yeah, let's go again under the building. Love it. And this one is the one delivering, obviously, over here. And then we get into... Yeah, it will definitely need a lot of clay. You're totally right. Here's the helium. You can see it, H. Don't play with that, it's dangerous. And look at those. It's going up. Oh, or not. They're stuck. What's happening? Sometimes I really wonder why they created this first-person mode in such a game, but at the same time, it's still so cool that they did it. Okay, so we're starting to make some helium. We're gonna need to transport it, of course. But let's get back to our other island. I think by now, we should have finished. Hopefully, yes, perfect. This is finished. And here it is. We have the hangar. Let's also try very quickly before we move on. Can we get into it? Oh, there's a quest there. That may be a new quest, by the way. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. What is happening? Oh, I discovered TNT. Now that's not a new one. Yeah, let's see if we can enter. I mean, also do tell me if you really don't want to see those first-person mode and I'm the only one enjoying this. Oh, we can't go inside. We can see the inside, but we can't go inside. Even if I jump, no. It's pretty cool, especially when you start building something. I think we see it inside too. So we have now all of the ships. This one is the Boreas, this one is the Arctic one. So we can also do it over here, as long as you have the Arctic unlocked. And then all of these are new. These two, you can see a small weapon at the bottom, right? So we'll need some weapon. This is actually the normal weapons, not the advanced ones. And we're gonna need aluminium, some helium, a lot of cells for most of them, some motors here and there. And important also to note that if you have unlocked the Arctic DLC, the Arctic region, you will also be able to build the same ones, but instead of using helium, to use the Arctic gas. That's pretty cool. Obviously, you can see that all of them have different speeds. They also have different cargo slots. So this one, the Zephyr, is the huge one. 8 cargo slots, 2 item slots. And on top of that, there's also those drop shafts. that's one of the last thing we need to look at before we get into the new scenario. So yeah, don't hesitate to share any question. But before, indeed, where are those drops? There's supposed to be a new buildings for that. Oh, and here we have the new Grand Gallery things that I bought. Oh, that is pretty big. But one thing to note is actually we can only build one. We bought one and we can only build one. So if you're a builty builder that want to create, a lot of cool things with this, you're gonna need to use quite a bit of your gold medals, your gold tickets. So you can see there, most of them are one tile or a couple of tiles, except this one that's pretty big. Let's do once again super quick first person mode. This is ornate. This one is pretty nice, and here we have some mess. And there's obviously tons of mods, if you haven't seen, that do a lot of similar things. It's still good to get it into the game. Okay, so we were looking for the drops. Does anybody see? Oh, here. Okay, the drops. Good. So for the drops, we need to first build them, and then we need to put them in one of our ships. And what do they require? Oh, you want me to speak a bit more about the lifestyle needs? We can definitely do that for sure. So yeah, I mean, this one is going to create the water drops. This one is going to create the care packages. It's one building for each. Not gonna... Actually, let's do the bombs ones. That's a cool one for sure. What do we need? We need more aluminium. Okay, that's fine. We'll do it. When will the new DLC come out? It will come out, we don't know the date. It is supposed to be obviously end of the year, but when they showed the first trailer, you can see the first trailer on my channel. If you can't find it, don't hesitate to tell me after. I'll find it for you. But in the first trailer, they said it will be during winter, but they didn't say winter 2022. So actually, technically winter in the Northern Hemisphere sort of finishes in February, March, depending on your definition. So it could actually be February, March of 2023 for this last DLC. But yeah, we'll have to see. I think for now, it's not super clear. I mean, obviously this one only came out today. So, I think we do have to wait a bit for sure before we can get that next DLC. But yeah, with that, as I said, we're starting to create some drops package. They all require some resources. You can see this one, the care package, for example, is not so easy. Canned food and chocolate. This one for the bombs, also not so easy because you need salpet from the old world and dynamite on top of the steel. So yeah, you do need quite a bit of stuff. And I think I don't have warehouse close enough. That's fine. And it also, of course, whoa, 300 generals. I missed that. That's quite a lot. This one, yeah, they're all 300 generals. So let's actually pause them. And no, the airships unfortunately cannot attack the civilians, the residences or industries. These bombs that I'm showing right now, they will only be able to attack the harbors. So they will be able to attack, either the defenses in the harbor or also things like the piers and stuff like this. But this is, again, sort of linked to the normal way combats happen in Anno 1800, different from some of the older Annos, but in Anno 1800, which is all of the military is happening in the harbor, right? It's always where the fight happen. So this will continue to be the case. I think, in the next Anno, that's probably something they will reconsider because I saw a lot of comments about it. But yeah, this is For this one, it's not gonna happen. Sorry if that's something you're disappointed about. I want to start transporting my helium, which is also over here. Perfect, 24. How much do I actually need? I forgot. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, actually, let's take a super quick look. What are the new... Whoa. Wait, that's... What's that? I have unlocked that before. Why is it not unlocked now? Okay, a new bug. These things... Wait. These things were unlocked before, but now they're not anymore. I don't know why, but anyway, even those ones. But we can see the new achievements if you're into those sort of things, right? We have build an airship platform with all modules. But I did that already. Okay, so another bug. I did that, but it's not unlocked. Build a rigid airship hangar and construct. So this one we haven't done, okay. 15 active trade routes using airships. 20 plus flak monitors and 20 plus flak emplacements. That's the new defenses. And 50 airship drops runs. So that's what I want to show you now. And build 5 of each of the new rigid airships. Yeah, so nothing super hard in those new achievements. I would say... How much do we need? Yeah, 20 for this one. Perfect. So come. Deliver this helium and we can have our first airship. I make also a platform over here. We're gonna need again a bit more wood and aluminium, but that's fine. Okay, so this and some wood, please. Okay. So what are your thoughts so far? Are you liking what you're seeing? Are you disappointed? Are you not sure what's happening? Don't hesitate to share. Love to hear your thoughts. Okay. So let's build this one. Oh, what am I missing? Clay. Damn. I have a lot over here. Not a problem. Oh, my non-aggression pack ended. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Sorry, man. I didn't understand your... Whether this should be together and have direct connection to hangar. Is that... I'm not sure what you're saying. For those of you who don't know, remember, I am not English native, so sometimes I just don't get things that are obvious to everybody else. So it's definitely not on you. Oh, I forgot we need aluminium there. Let's give it 1 minute. Oh, you mean... I mean, there's no road there. I don't think we need a road. It's still working, no? I don't even have a road to this thing, actually. It's crazy. But it was still working already anyway. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, we have now enough to make our first, and let's make actually arm one. That's more fun, right? To make an arm one is gonna take, yeah, I mean, it's basically 10 minutes, but we're in fast, so that's gonna be very quick. And I wanted to make sure that we build on the other side so I can show you the mail thing. Oh, forgot we need to deliver this clay. Okay. Oh, you're talking about the achievement. Okay. You definitely may be right. You may be right. Give it me a second and I will check just now. So for this one, I actually just want the mail for now. And we need a bit of wood. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So there is a road over here, and over there you said let's connect it with the road. So I connect it over here. Okay. So no, I'm still not getting it. And I had these ones before, so I think something is wrong with the achievements right now. I mean, if you manage to get it on your side, don't hesitate to share in the comments. That'd be interesting to know if I'm the only one with this bug right now. Any other question on lifestyle? I can also show you, on some of the others, right? Every single tier of population have different lifestyle need. Right, for the farmers, we have the flour, the sugar, and the jam. So that's something, very interesting, very obviously important thing to the lifestyle need is they definitely linked all the different regions, including DLCs. There's always something that's linked to DLCs. This one for the workers, we have the rum, the hot sauce, so again, a DLC, right? Penny farthing. Quite interesting. Where are my engineers? Artisans first. We have the artisans with the wool, the clay, and the paper. That's gonna be a tough one to produce a lot of, I guess. Then over here for the engineers, we have the chocolate, the soap, and the shampoo. Again, shampoo quite a hard one to produce a lot of. And lastly, for the investors, we have the fur, we have the bear fur. So this one, again, quite a hard one to make a lot of. And the tapestry. So this one is very, multiple DLCs for sure for investors. And that stays the same when you get to, the skyscrapers. It will stay the same. Our hotel over here, we have the gramophones, the bombing, and the leather boots. That's a lot. Oh, we got the achievement. Okay, so maybe it was just oh no, this was another achievement. This is, I think, that we built something, right? Yeah, this is this one. Built an airship platform with all modules. Let's me double check. What did I do? Or is it a road B2 like this? From the but this one now is not. I don't know. I'm missing something there. Because it needs to be linked to it. Can't be far away. And it's, yeah, I'm missing something, guys. Sorry about that. Don't hesitate to try to explain more in the chat if you have the answer. And here it is. So this is the smallest one of them all. But it's also a very quick one. As you can see, if the wind is behind me, we're talking 51 knots without any items. And on top of that, we have some weapons. Right? We can see them. Where are the weapons? I don't know where are the weapons. At the top. Here it is. Weapons are at the top. And you'll see it is fast. It's definitely very fast. So this can be useful indeed for many things, except if you want to transport a lot of resource, that's never gonna happen with one cargo, right? But what we can definitely do is start route for our mail, right? So we have a new one over here, the airship route. We need this one. It's gonna start over here, send over here, and we're gonna send basically the mail. And as I said earlier in the episode, you can't choose. It's 50. I mean, we can choose to put less if we want, but then it's the same over here. We can't, have 3 islands, for example. It's 1-to-1. So that's one big thing. And then I could also make it come back. But actually, and it's gonna start right away. So you see we have 72 right now. Now only 22 because it took 50. Right, it's, let's remember, only 2 tons per minute loading time, so it's gonna take a bit of time, and then it's gonna arrive over here. And over here, let's also remember that we don't have any of these things yet. So let's build. Can we build one? Yes, we can build this one over here. Okay, so we build that. This will start, and that way we will have some for it to come. So where is it? Okay, great. It just delivered. Oh, he's gone already. I missed it. But he delivered, as you can see, some regional mails. Only 25 because this is actually our limit right now. But yeah, we have some regional mails. And so if I activate it now in the lifestyle needs, it will start. And this one was 4 and 2 coins. This one obviously is bringing more, right? Because it's harder to do, right? You need to produce this one and transport it. So it's 5 and 5. And this one is actually 8 and 11. So there's also some, you may want to do something where you don't give the local mail, but instead you give only regional or overseas if you don't have enough of it all. And now it's so fast. It's so fast. So here is delivering just 2, but we can see that it is over here. We have 2. So this will also start. I'm sorry, guys. I know you're trying to tell me in the chat, but I'm just not getting it. There's top and under it, saying I need to put the modules on the top. Why? Like, is it explained somewhere and I didn't read it properly? What's confusing me is that those things are working. So I don't know what I'm missing, but and the other thing, as I said, right, we can build this hangar also in the old world. We can also build, these airships and all of this in the old world. It's not just in the new world. You can do it all. And now let's look at the drops. So let's stop this for now. I want you to go into, where is my city over here? Over here. We're gonna do some drops now. We'll drop it on the pirates. So drops are also over here. We've started to do a few. In particular, we have some bombs. Let's put them. Okay. And this is this button over here. So let's get a bit closer to the pirate. I'm not even at war with him, but I'm just gonna attack. So we can plan. You can decide if you want to send, the whole thing. If you want to just send one at a time, you can do a lot of things. And then you can, set one target and multiple targets. So quite interesting. And when you do that, you can also select, where it goes. I think we can do several. You know, like, right now, wait, I only have one. You know what I want to do? And you can also plan your escape. Oh. Whoa, that was a big. So we'll have to test, obviously, how powerful these things are and all of this, but visually, at least, it looked quite nice. Should we just declare war on this guy and attack this one? Let's do it. Let's do it. Sorry about it. I'm declaring war. And let's put this. You know, you're my target. Oops. And then I want to escape. Okay, let's see. Well, the bombs, they're coming, he's leaving. I think we missed. Nah, pretty good, pretty good. How many was that? I mean, we used, I think, 18 or something like this. And that was, I mean, I think probably half of it didn't touch him at all. So half of it almost killed the frigate. Pretty good, pretty good. Because obviously you can have multiple of these, right? Especially if he doesn't have any air defense. Does he have any air defense? I don't see any. Oh, there. No, that's not air defense. So he actually doesn't have any air defense. Okay, I'm sorry, Ubisoft, but that's dumb. How can you have the parrot? That's gonna make the parrots a lot easier to take care of, right? They don't have any air defense. You can just build some airships and they have no chance. I know they said the AIs are going to get, you know, airships and air defenses, but they should have thought about the parrots too. And yes, you're right, man. All the fishes are dead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, that's all the new functionalities. You know, you create, you can make new airships. You can transport your mail. You can transport items, and you can have now, you know, your workforce shared between all of your islands in the new world with those piers. This does require a few new productions, in particular the aluminium over here and the helium that we saw. And all of these, you know, all of this mail in particular is then used to provide free people and free money. That's pretty good. And on top of that, you know, even if you don't have this DLC, you do get this new lifestyle need, like work clothes, felt, etc. So this is for everybody. So yeah, any other questions, thoughts from anyone? Before we jump into the scenario. Okay, I mean, obviously, if you have, don't hesitate to continue sharing in the chat, and I can try to answer if I know, or I can also, you know, cover tomorrow or in a specific video. But in the meantime, let's indeed check the new scenario. We have over here a clash of courier. Oh, and actually, sorry, I wanted to check something here. Yes, they are the badges, but we don't see them here. Because basically for the Grand Gallery, they said that we'll get a golden ticket anytime we finish a scenario, but there is also a sort of additional or bonus tickets when we do some achievements. So I think, you know, some of those achievements are those things that are the badges at the bottom. Problem is, I don't know how we see the details on those badges. Oh, I have one of the badge for the Eden burning scenario, it seems. But none of the others. So we'll have to look into that. Maybe it's when we start the scenario we can see them. So anyway, this is the new one, the Clash of Courier. We're going to build the fastest, most efficient mail company, compete against many rivals. Sorry about that. And yeah, it's quite a few things to do. Of course, you know, as always, if we win medals, we'll get some skins for airships. I think it's for the middle one, if I remember correctly. And yeah, I mean, the bronze one is if we finish, basically we win the Grand Derby. The silver is finishing and defeating all challengers. And the gold one is finishing all of this into a time limit, which was 3 hours. Let's see if that's still the case. Oh, that's a dangerous one. Hello and no meaning. Sorry you can't stay, but thanks for joining. And no, they have not fixed the exploit. The exploit is still there, but they have acknowledged it. They have acknowledged that they know it's a problem. So I think we can expect, you know, a hot fix. I wouldn't say next week, but I think we won't have to wait, you know, 4 weeks or 6 weeks for that, because that's this indeed a huge bug. And I mean, tonight I've also seen a few new other bugs. So tomorrow I'll definitely you know, spend some time looking at the Trello board that the Anno development team works on, to see a bit what bugs they have, you know, really identified already, so we can expect them to fix it. But yeah, no, that one is not. Sorry, man. But yeah, glad you could join us for a bit. And of course, you know, this will be obviously on YouTube, so feel free to watch it after if you can. And thanks again for the amazing super thanks again on the last series. That was really, really super kind of you. But yeah, now we're starting with the scenario. So again, this is a competition, right? We're going to have to do challenges. All of those challenges have timed. I don't think we're gonna get the gold right now, even just because, you know, the time is running and I'm speaking and not doing anything. But let's discover it. We need to... The cool thing is we actually already have an island. We're not starting from scratch. We have one island, and this is the only island in the map that has, you know, an harbor, that has a sea. So, and no meaning to your question, So earlier today, when I loaded the game, I already had more than 3,000 tickets. But I don't know for each, you know, every time you do a scenario, how many do you get yet? Because from what I understand, it's always going to be based on the time, or, you know, how long it took you to finish it or something like this. So I don't think there's a standard number. But yeah, we have this, you know, here there's a beach. But all these other islands, as you can see, they don't have a beach. There's no beach at all. There's no harbor. So the only way to colonize them will be with an airship. And the only way to transport will also be with the airships. So that's definitely very linked to, you know, the Oh, there's some lost mail over here to the scenario. And one thing I did want to check also before we dive in is I wanted to check if the map is random or not. So let's just, discover a bit. If we can see anything on this map. Yeah, so for example, right, if we see over here, we have let's check it. So we have our main island, and just before we arrive to this small island over here, we found an unrecovered recipe. Now, and we have how many islands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are there, and they look a bit like this. Okay, 2 and 1, 1 and 2, 1. And now let's restart it right away, just to see if it's exactly the same or not at all. So begin the scenario. Because if you missed it, in the in burning scenario, the map was always different. In the second one, silver one, it was actually always the same map. So I think this is something good to know before we start. Okay, so first of all, we see 5. Oops, what happened? No, nothing. Sorry, we need to wait 1 second. Okay. So, yes, so we have those 5. They do seem to look the same fertilities. And now if we send once again our ship over here, let's see if we find the exact same, thing. I would honestly be somewhat disappointed, but at the same time, I sort of understand, like, it's a lot harder to make random maps and all of this. And I also remember a lot of people actually complain within Burning, saying that when it's random, it's a lot harder to actually compare different saves. Oh, so actually it seems that it is a bit random, because I feel like the island was over here and now it's not. So maybe those quest islands are actually random. So the 5 islands that we can colonize are not, but maybe the quest islands are. Ooh, what's that? Oh no, that's me. There is something there. We'll see if it's... The island does look different already. So that's interesting. It seems the map is somewhat... Yeah, that's not the same. It's somewhat random. And by the way, that's probably something quite smart to do at the beginning, is to try to discover the map. But of course also to start developing, because we only have 3 hours. So this, as we said, is going to be quite linked to the same scenario. So in particular, we need to also do mail, right? But where is my mail? Yeah. Post office. And they're so nice, they have actually put a space for us. Now there's already a space ready to put the post office. So with that, that's going to start producing. We have 60 of storage, it's not a lot. Do we have more houses? Yeah, there's a few over here. Okay. We have a bit of money, a bit of positive. Figure out who owns. Yeah, this is what we found. So yeah, let's dive. It's interesting to already have a city. At the same time, this is a beauty builder city. There's a lot of ornaments. This is not very efficient, let's say. So there's nothing there. And here there's definitely something. There's also somebody there. There's probably also some parrots with some defenses. I think that's what you're saying in the chat. Let's take a quick look at our production. Are we producing enough or not? So that seems like a bug. 8 out of 1 and a line with 4 out of 4. What? What is that? La, la. We're producing enough of this. We're not producing enough banana. That's not great. We're not producing enough ponchos. Yeah, so this is also not a great city because it's not working. And I'm sure we're also not making a lot of wood. How many do I have? 2 lumberjackets, 2 sawmills. That's terrible. We need to increase that a lot. Bono, indeed, great question. I have bought Farther Frontier something like 2 weeks ago. I've started to play it a bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad game, especially for early access. But at the same time, I feel like it's very similar to the other similar games, like Banished and all of these. So I'm not saying I'm not going to play it. I will probably play it more and show it on the channel. But I'm also not 100% sure what the hype is, to be honest. Okay, so now we have 5. That is a bit higher. And we need to start making this, which is we need to supply at least 50% of our mail for 5 minutes, and we need to start selling some stamps. So if I understand correctly, is every time our people are using this local mail, they are creating stamps somewhere here. It's a resource. It's a resource. So we can transport it with our ship. So let's go back here actually. I don't know, Bono, did you try it? Are you loving it? Are you thinking the same thing I said for Father's Frontier? Everybody else also, of course, in the chat. Oh, we have a bot in the chat. Damn it. Let me try to take it out. These bots are so annoying. Okay. Hopefully they're gone. So anyway, we have this. This we can keep it. But yeah, we need to sell some of these stamps. So we have 7. Perfect. Ooh. Oh no, increase. Sorry. I misread. It's not selling, it's increasing the stock. So I guess selling comes after. For now, we're just increasing the stock. Anyway, I wanted to continue increasing my production because we are far from what we need. I can put this over here. Probably don't really need clay right away, but I'm going to, start positioning it. And we have police. Yes, so there's also fire, police station. The scenarios are sometimes not exactly the same, but it seems that here we do have at least that. No, I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna do like this. Perfect. So yeah, we're getting there. It's taking a bit of time. In the meantime, maybe let's continue discovering a bit the map. So we have something over there, something over there. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not a nice game. I think it's definitely, especially for early access, I can't wait to see what they're going to continue improving on it. I just feel like they haven't really invented tons of stuff. But maybe I'm just too hard on them. So maybe you're wondering why I'm putting so many of these, because I'm thinking this is dumb to have put them so close over here to a city. So I want to move them slowly but surely to the corner over here. Given that this seems to be always the same island, there's gonna be also a bit of min-maxing, right? We'll be able to find what is the perfect layout for this island, but I'm definitely not there. Oh, Bente. We are mating Bente. Welcome, welcome. Actually, I should put also number 1 on this. So Bente is here. We can see an island. Oh, she has something. A golden... I think she took the book that we had and in exchange gave us this inspector, which reduces the maintenance cost of police station. Pretty useless in my opinion. And also it's not super expensive. It's not a lot of money to sell it. So I'm not very happy. I think we got the wrong hand of that deal over here. But that's life. Oh, there's something there. Let's go see it. Let's go see it. And yeah, we are at 100%. So all good there. We just need to wait a bit more. In the meantime, yeah, I need to build this. And these ones. We can continue. Yeah, this is... Whoa, this is a lot. We can continue to increase our wood production too. Maybe over here. I mean, in these scenarios, it's pretty easy. It's if you want to win, you just need to develop as quickly as possible. That's sort of the recipe for success. Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 bridges. That's a lot. That's life. Where is the last one? Okay, so we'll do this. Oh, actually, I have the... Okay. Let's do these ones. Good thing is we have tons of population actually right now. That's easy. I think what is cool with Farther Frontier though, from what I've played so far, is how much you can customize, you know, the difficulty in a sense, right? Like you can choose to play without any raiders. You can choose to play with a lot of fertilities or very low fertilities. So I think that is really cool to, you know, enable kind of you to have the gameplay you want, rather than just it's easy, medium, hard, you know. I think that's a bit boring. There's a ship over there, and this is all Nate, I'm guessing. We can also go see him. And here we have something. I don't know. Valente thinks she's outdone my airship design. No idea. We'll think about it later. Meantime, I did want to check quickly. It gives us something if we go there, and also that ship over there. Do we have... Maybe it will start later on. But for now, it seems like we can't really do anything much here. That's a shame. And we still have 1 minute on this. It's also because I'm playing in high speed right now, right? So that's going very slowly. What's happening over here? We're missing... Oh, here, the bridge. Okay, that's good. We also haven't started some... Do we have this going or not? No, we don't have this going. We should definitely start that. We have 1 iron over here. We need wood, and is that coal? Perfect? Yeah, so let's just make it. And this is 30 seconds, 15, so we can have 2 of these. Really cool. This is the equivalent of steel beams, I guess. I mean, they are even called steel beams. They are just, they look different. Interesting. And we'll definitely need also... Where are we actually? Okay, we're over there. So we're also gonna need at least one bridge. When we get the wood. And this is so far that I'm sure we'll need also one of these and one of these. Can we play? Oh, we can play also with the working conditions. That's pretty good to enable whatever gameplay you want. Okay, and are we good actually now on these things? Yeah, we're good. Oh, we're not good on Poncho. Forgot about this one. So where are we going to put it? Maybe over there. That's a good Poncho corner. So 4. Okay. Okay. So has anyone already completed the scenario in the chat, or are you all also just discovering it now? Keen to hear. So let's build some of these. I didn't even check. Yeah, there's no silo in this scenario. So that's something to note. Okay, 6 seconds left. Almost there. Okay, and 1 second and done. Or not. Okay, great. Collect from the trading post and deliver 1 registration form, 1 local stamp. Okay. And here, yeah, nothing was happening. Now this, okay, this is where we need to deliver it. So I'm sure this is where the competition will start. But I just want to see this ship over here. What is it? At least not a military ship, so I'm not too worried. No. We'll see, we'll see. So then you can come back. And in the meantime, let's finish this over here. Okay. So we started, no, we didn't start it actually. I'm lying because we need timber. Is she by any chance selling anything? Oh, she's selling timber. So definitely should buy it. And she's also selling water drops if we have a fire. Interesting, interesting. And here we found also something. This half speed is way too low. So it seems that we're finding a lot of those quests, which it's, you know, we need to probably give to somebody in exchange for something. Probably if we read it carefully and think about it, we'll probably have, you know, an idea of who to give it. Yeah, Nivarius is also great. I love these streams, definitely. You should continue watching him. So a registration is this one. And what is that? The rules. Okay. And actually, let's keep that one and let's just sell it as soon as we can. And we need to deliver it over here. Oh, he also has some ships, actually. This, you may remember, this was in one of the trailers. You know, we were wondering if this was going to be added to the normal game or to the scenario. Well, we have the answer over here. This is in the scenario. Okay, so are you coming? Delivering? Or did I miss something? Oh, it's a stamp. Not an airmail, it's a local stamp. Nobody said anything in the chat. You're not helping me, guys. I can't count on you right now. Okay, we need to do that. Oh, no. Timber is finally starting. So we can do this one over here. And all of these. 1, 2, and then do this. And we're out. We're out of bricks and out of people. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear and no meaning. That's definitely not cool. damn it, we have these boats. So the only way I can avoid those boats is if I change the settings so that only subscribers can write in the chat. And frankly, I may have to do that if they continue annoying us. Just taking them away. Oh, we have a first riot already. That's not good. Well, it's not too bad. That is this. But I need some resources. So, yes. So here we only have the mail as lifestyle need. There's not another one. And regional, we will need, a second island. So we're not there. Stop it for now. Yeah, so I think we're gonna need a bit more of population to continue moving forward. Okay, so that's something. Bit more population. This is starting finally 75. That's definitely one of the tough one. And also decrease if we want some of those obreros. So we're in positive now. Anyway, let's move forward. Time is definitely moving, not waiting for you. No, don't worry, man. Your English is not terrible. I can understand definitely most of what you're saying. The only thing I didn't understand is when before you and Bono were talking about the achievement, but I think it was not your English, it was just me not understanding what was happening. So don't worry at all. And indeed, I mean, again, I am not a native speaker, so totally understand that. Not so easy. Okay, we are the stage 1. We're going to be competing. There's 3 competitors, 3 challenges, and they said to get the silver or gold, we need to beat them all. And every time, so we have a mission and we also have malus, something will happen to us. So for example, this one, loading speed minus 50%. Well, that's not too bad. We're not really doing anything. Bonus income minus 10, that's a bit more hard. And this one, bonus income, bonus happiness, bonus residence negative. This one will hurt for sure. Okay, I'm back, everyone. Sorry about that. Basically, the electricity just went out. I live in South Africa. We didn't have to wait for the Ukraine war or anything like that to start for having problem with electricity. We've had problems with electricity for many, many years. So in South Africa, we have what we call load shedding, which is basically rolling blackouts that happens basically every day. So right now, for example, I have, something like 6 or 8 hours per day, no electricity. And I do have a battery that's connected to my computer, but it tripped. So anyway, I'm back. I don't know how long the battery will last, but I think for sure a bit of time. So let's continue. The game will take just a minute to relaunch. And again, I'm sorry about that. Thanks for everybody who's still watching, who's still there. I know you probably, had no idea what was happening. So thank you for still being there. And yes, to be clear, I know I'm not the only one that has problem with electricity, right? There's a lot of people across the world, but I also know that, you know, I have a lot of friends in Europe and in the US where they just don't understand when I tell them, you know, yes, we don't have electricity all the time, we don't have water all the time. They just don't get it. Anyway, we're restarting, we're back to it. Oh wait, why? Oh, it restarted completely. What? Oh no, let me check if there was no save at all. But at least now we know what we will need to do. But still, that would be annoying. So, yeah, there was no... Damn it. Yeah, sorry about that. There was no save at all. But the good thing is, then let's just try to do it well. You know, now we actually know what we need to do. So let's maybe even try to go for the gold medal. And there's an island over here for sure. And then another one over there. So we need to increase our wood production for sure. Right away, this is the big thing. And create this one over here. Perfect. So wood production is the key thing. But yeah, at the same time, of course, don't hesitate to ask, you know, questions or share thoughts in the chat. Even if I'm playing for the win now, still happy to talk, and we can take breaks from time to time. Okay, so how many did I build? We built 8. That's a good start. Good start. Let's put them over here in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a we'll probably need 2 warehouses actually. And one more. Trying to limit the lost space. We want for sure one of these, because we're gonna put, you know, the walking oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Damn it. Oh, actually, do we get the resources back or not? No, we don't. That's life. Anyway. So yes, up. That was a bit bad what I did there, but we'll survive. I mean, actually, you know, if you want the gold medal, one advice I have for you is it's not so much about perfect, it's a lot about speed. That's also an excuse I'm giving right now. Anyway, I should have left the timber. That was a bad thing on my part. Where is this island? Oh, there. Oh, there's actually 2 things on this one. So this is going to take it, and we can use the shift key, right, to make sure that it goes back home. I need the wood. We also need to make sure, like, I don't want this to be on, because I want to control it. We can have the local mail on, that's fine. We need the money, we need the people. And we also needed more. This has started, so that's perfect. We need more plantain, right? We weren't making enough. So that's... Oh, you're giving me spoilers now. You're saying we need steel for the next quest. Okay. That's good to know. Okay. One like this. Okay. Up. And this number 1. So that it's easy. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Happiness. What? Happiness minus 25. Chances of riot plus 500%. Who wants this? This is crazy. Sometimes they do fun things. Why is he going there? Okay, this is losing a bit of time there. And that's life. Yeah, I definitely guess that we need to take more islands. Especially, I mean, otherwise we wouldn't be able to get any regional mail, right? Because remember, we need to send the local mail to another island to transform it into regional mail. So for sure, we're gonna need at least 2 islands. And if you were paying attention earlier in the chat, earlier in the stream, I said, you know, it's good to have islands of the same size. So I guess this is probably, you know, this one is a good one. The problem is it's far versus this one is actually super small. But anyway, let's put this like this. And this one I want, let's keep it, I guess. And in the meantime, let's try to see. Yeah, there. Okay, so we have a wood. Make sure we build this and this one and this one. Now we have pretty good coverage, at least on that side. We're missing one on this side though. How much is it? 6 timber. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. And let's increase right away the working conditions on the timber. Once again, you know, it's quicker we develop timber, the better. And for now, let's also put 2016 is a lot actually. That's why we got a riot. I get it. But yeah, let's increase that for sure. So we are not good on poncho, right? And now we're still not good even with. So let's just take this out and use this one over here. For now, I'll just build this one. Okay, so can we put a bit more wood also over here? $10 timber with the 50% boost. That should help. Okay. How's my ship doing? What did you find over here? Another. Ooh, a nefarious knot. Ooh, I'm scared. Okay, what else do we have over here? Some there. Yeah, there's something there. Go there, then we go there, then we can go over here. And it's always a cool thing when you discover a scenario for the first time. I know some people don't really love scenario. I think for me they're great. They really provide a new challenge, I feel, in the game. But feel free to disagree, of course. Tell me in the chat. Don't hesitate also if you're new, if you're just joining the chat now, to share, you know, any thoughts that you may have, any question that you have about this DLC. We reviewed earlier today, you know, all of the functionalities that are part of this DLC, all of the things we can expect. So I'm happy to answer any question you may have. But now we're playing the new scenario because I love scenarios. And okay. So with that, I think we are making enough of everything. Yes, so for now we are good on our productions. That's a start. Okay, there's something over there. Go for it. And this is actually of the flagship. So it's a special one. Ooh, 250,000 to sell it. And we can equip it into our tunnel hall, but we don't know if it actually helps in any way. So I'm sure somebody, I may have seen it on the stream of somebody in the early access. So don't tell me. I'm actually thinking of just selling it. It's 250 versus the 50 that we have right now. That seems like a good deal, honestly. We have discovered Bente again. She was actually at the same place last time, if I'm not mistaken. So that could be also scripted. Let's see, is there anything on the island that I miss? No, I don't think so. Still have 2 minutes before this first quest is finished. So let's continue discovering a bit. There's some stuff. One over here. Quite a few islands actually. The map is a bit big, no? What do you guys think? What do you all think? In the meantime, we're starting to make a bit more timber over here, so that's good. Let's maybe expand a bit our city while we're at it. Okay. Making sure we're still producing enough. Yeah, all good there. Yes. Yes, there are pirates, you're right. I need to be careful. There's pirates. We saw it in the introduction video, right? In the introduction video, we can see the pirates cannons. So we're gonna have to be careful. But so far, I haven't seen any. So let's get all of those lost shipments. Another quest. What is this one? Is there anything? No, I don't see anything there. Yeah, a lot of islands. A lot of islands to discover. Something over there. I can go after this one. Even if we're actually full now, I can't equip any of those. So actually, oh wait, let's go first to her, because maybe some of these are linked to her. And 1 minute left. I'm wondering if I should increase even more my timber production. This is helium over there. Or I should definitely increase my brick production actually. Okay, so we got... Oh, and we couldn't pick up this one. I think we want to keep this for the future. So let's try to quickly go there and then come back to get these back, basically. We'll see if that we manage. We'll see if we manage. Yeah, what do you think? Should we try to expand even more timber? And I think the brick, we only have 10. That's probably going to be needed at some point. So let's do one more over here. We have the jornaleros, the obreros for sure. And yeah, I should probably start doing this also. And actually, let's see. 5, 10. Yeah, we can probably survive with that. Okay. He's arriving on an island. The good thing about airships, right, is they don't care about the island. They don't need to go around. They can just go on top of it. That definitely helps. It's a good thing. Can't complain about that, for sure. Yeah, we don't have any bonuses. I mean, this is just some health. And here it is. We have finished the first one. We could start first thing. I'm just going to quickly go over here. I don't want this to disappear in the ocean. Oh, and is that some... I've also reduced obviously a bit some wells. I will reduce a bit the graphics, right? Because I'm streaming and it's obviously a lot harder to stream in high quality. And Dominique, good luck for work. Thank you for joining. Hope to hear your thoughts in the future. But yeah, I think also you are right. We should get even more timber. There's no such thing as too much timber, basically. Let's do it a bit simple. Like Up. Up. Oh, there we're gonna make even more bricks. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we could actually even continue our bricks as we said. So yes, some interesting progress, and we got this still the same. So indeed, that seemed very scripted for now. Let's deliver this one and do the quest so we can start. Yeah, so you can see some of these is figure out who owns this or keep it for yourself. We can give it to someone or we can keep it. This one, yeah, the rats, we can also give it to someone. I definitely want to give it to someone. I don't want to keep it. Who wants to keep these rats? That's crazy. Sorry, I got distracted. That does happen to me. Don't hesitate to tell me when it happens. Tell me to go back on track. Okay. So we can start all of these actually, because this doesn't require any wood. So it just requires people. And indeed we are already negative. We haven't even started making steam builds and we're negative. But because we are making, I think, quite a bit of timber now, which will definitely be useful. I have no doubt about that for the future. So yeah, all good over here. This is arriving. We can keep that for now. And I want 1 stamp and 1 registration form. That is what we need. Okay, so we're good here. Let's see what else. So I think we need to continue developing our city over here. And let's see, are we at the end? So we are actually at the end on that side. On this side, oh, there's so much wasted space here. Sorry, maybe there's some beauty builders in the chat, but you know, I think this is, I'm sorry, scenarios are not about beauty buildings. Scenarios are about being efficient. And again, this is not efficient. We're losing a bit of space. But anyway, because there's 2 more houses, so that we're back into positive over here. Then I'm guessing, yeah, this is in range. For sure, let's take that space over here. Need to maximize the space that's already in this. Right. Okay. Like this. It's reducing a bit my wood, but it's all good. Okay. Perfect. So now we got an Iceland charter, which with that we can obviously get more islands. So can't complain about that. And this is now black. So does that mean? I'm just wondering if there's a way, there's anything here to buy or no. No, I don't see anything. So let's go back home and we have this. Welcome to the Grand Postal Derby. This is basically the main mission, right? Just what we started before we got cut off. So let's do it. We were doing this one, right? 4 sleazy scammers. Okay. Easy. And we need to sell local stamps. Do we have local stamps? Yeah, we are 32, so we can finish this quickly. And the reason you want to finish quickly is obviously it's twofold, right? First, we have the gold medal limit, but on top of that is, remember, right now we have tons of negative things happening because of this thing, right? So definitely want to make sure we finish it as quickly as we can. It will unlock when you progress in the quest. Oh, you mean the trader. Okay, that's good to know. Thanks, man. So here we need to sell 20. And we need to sell them, I guess, to him, right? Or to anybody, actually. Okay, so let's go to Bente. That's closer. Oh, there's a ship there. It's hiding. The ship hiding. Fun one. Fun one. But yeah, let's do this. We're now making tons of timber. That's great. We also have a huge storage, so that's very good. We're starting to make some bricks. What we're not making yet is steel beams, right? And also aluminium, actually. This will require quite a bit of jornaleros. And then the steel beams are a bit of jornaleros too, right? So yes, we need to expand our city. I mean, I really want to just delete this part basically over here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, sorry. Where are we? Over here. Plenty of... I think she saw something somewhere, but that's fine. So selling, usually we can just do like this. Yeah. Got a bit of money and we have won this first challenge. Perfect. Now we can get the second challenge. But before we do that, I'm gonna see, yeah, there's something over here. Okay, so the second challenge, we have, this one was bonus income. This one is the easiest, I think, in terms of malus. So let's start with this one first. We need to have plantain and mail. So I think that's all good. And sell a bit more. We're almost there. So yeah, I think we're good. Our income is in negative, right? Because of this new quest. So also the quicker we can finish it, the better. But actually, you know, it's going to take 10 minutes. We don't have a choice. The one thing though, I think that's good there to understand is this is for all your islands, right? It is across the region. So if I start a new island, then this will drop. So I think we'll need to have to wait for this to finish before we start a new island. Probably not the end of the world, but still good to know. There's also another one over here. I don't really need my airship until I need to sell, right, the 20 stamps. So let's continue. Now, as I said, we want to move all of this. And so that means doing that. Yes, exactly. As you're saying in the chat, we shouldn't expand right now. Oh, I mean, it will be dangerous to expand right now, let's say. We actually may need to if we want to get the gold medal, but for now, I'm going to decide not to. Okay, so if we start all of these, then we'll be able to delete these ones to make some space. Oh, actually, can I move stuff? Oh, I can move stuff. Okay, that is my bad. But nobody told me. This way, I don't need to pay for it, you know? This is a key thing. Is I don't need to pay the timber for it by moving it. I'm just paying a bit of money. So let's see. And the reason I'm also probably now making more banana than needed, and it's still fine, is because I'm gonna expand my city, right? So I really don't mind to make a bit more right now. Wait. Oh, that's corn, this one. I was like, wait, that doesn't look to be the same. Yes, it's not the same. But that's fine. I mean, we're gonna need it too. Can't complain. Okay, that's fine. And the next one over here. And I think this is also a bit part of the challenge. They're like, we're giving you an island, but this island is actually not really well designed. So if you want to make it better, you have to do it yourself. Okay. Next one. Oh, let's check my ship. We still haven't met the pirates. I don't know if I'm very lucky or what. They're probably also a bit more this side, I guess. Is there anything on this island while we're close to it? No, I don't see anything. But with this, we can see that there's an AI over here. Oh, and another one. Ooh, 250,000 again. But this one is actually good, right? Because plus 20 happiness, plus 75% outcome. But it does need to be in a trade union. So it's not like for all my island. But still, that's pretty good. That's a lot of money and happiness. But also selling it is also a lot. So now I'm confused. I don't know which one to do. Let's try to get to that one for now. We'll see. Still have 8 minutes before we need to finish it, right? Sell. So we can do that on the way back. And let's try to finish what we're doing over here. Maybe one more. Okay. And again, for anybody joining, we're playing the new scenario. DLC 11 has been released today. So far in the scenario, I haven't really seen big bugs. If you have seen any, don't hesitate to share. We also reviewed before the sort of new mechanics that are coming with DLC 11, the mail, the new airships. There we definitely saw a couple of bugs. I know some of them are already known by the team, the Ubisoft team. Some of them, I think, were the first time I was hearing about them. We'll have to see. But at least for the scenario so far, I'm not seeing big bugs. So she wants Omar, she wants the Nefarious Note, which is this one. I can't really do anything with it, so all good. Another good one. I mean, it's pretty good, yeah. So all of these, I think, could give me good money. And we can check. Is that... No, it doesn't say. It's someone's. So anyway, we have found an island over here. There's one over there. While oh no, we don't have space. So we need to go back home. There's no other choice. No other choice. And I think it's also a good time to sell. We have 30. We only need 20. So let's definitely sell it. That would be good. Then, so these ones are the cattle farms. Yeah, for poncho darners. Alpaca farms. Did I actually completely miss the ratio over here? 30, no, it's 30 to 30. Oh, it's because the other one is there. Okay, all good. So if you remember, this is where we're gonna do our steel. I have actually the people, so let's start making it. I think it's better to start this. Not too late, probably. Let's do this. What do we want? A fire station and a police station, especially if we increase the productivity or the working conditions. And let's connect over here. Perfect. And then this is where I'm gonna make all the ponchos that we need. Right? Where did I make? Oh no, I already made one here. And we have some space there too. Indeed, indeed. So let's start moving. Ponchos. 500. Yeah, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. As you can see, our timber, we're almost at the maximum. Can we actually make... Oh, we could. That's not so expensive. I mean, it's expensive in terms of bricks, maybe. But just one. Just one. My ship is not back yet, but soon. Okay, and then let's move these two. Oops. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And then the last one, we can put it... it's not too far. And this is a bit my OCD speaking there, I think, but let's make it a bit clean. 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay, so I think we're hopefully still produce. Ooh, no, I know what's happening. Okay, now that should be better. Yes, okay. So we are producing enough. Perfect. So, ship is back. Let's keep that inside. And we said it's time to sell 20 of these. Perfect. So, and we need to sell it either here or over there. We still haven't really went too far into the map, right? There's still a lot of islands over there. And can I actually, I mean, I need helium, right, to make. I need helium, aluminium. I need a lot of things to start making, but I think that should be our next thing, to be honest, because we're gonna need for sure more sooner rather than later. This is also beautiful but useless. So it's delete. Again, sorry to all beauty builders. But yeah, this is... I need to take advantage of the space here. Oh, and we have a trade union here. Interesting. This is costing money for nothing. Go away. Go away. Maybe we'll rebuild it at some point, but for now, I don't need that. It's costing me maintenance. Okay, so these ones, only that one is gonna be in range, but hopefully these ones will be in range of the next one. We're gonna build another one. Yeah, somewhere over here. When we can delete this. So where are we moving this one? Whoa, 50,000. Okay, that was a mistake, guys. Why nobody told me stop? Don't do this. Okay, now I really need to sell one of those items. Where can I sell it to him? Yeah, hopefully I can sell to her. I need to go get it because now we are in big trouble. We're in big trouble, guys, and nobody told me anything. Oh no. I don't know if we're gonna have to build those ones at some point. That was definitely not a good thing. Oh no. Yeah, well, we're in negative. That's life. That's life. And the problem when you're in negative is you also can't do much because building new stuff always costs money. So anyway, at least we're almost done with this one. So 4 more minutes and then our money will go back up. And yes, I'll just sell. I mean, so tell me in the chat, which one do you want me to sell? Between the legendary spear and the sack of money. We'll sell one of these. So you can vote in the chat. Tell me. I'll let you decide. $250,000 should keep us afloat for a while. And one thing we can also do is, as you can see, this is all full. We can stop them. These ones are not full, so we can keep them going. You're sending the spear, my friend. Okay, any other votes before I take it and we move? Or maybe let me take both of them for now. So you have a few more seconds to vote in the chat. But yeah, that was a big mistake. They should have given me like a warning, you know, like this is going to cost you 100,000. This is my tortillas, right? Should move it close to the corn that's over there. Oh no! Oh no! This is oh, that was really bad, guys. I'm sorry. This is 100% my fault, and I'm sure we don't have any load game. But let's just check this. Will we even have enough posts? So these are some of the new challenges where you see, as you can see, we get a number of golden tickets, but they don't really tell us what to do to get them. That's annoying. Let's just check quickly. No, there's no auto save. Damn it. Okay, well, anyway, I think my battery is running low. But with that, honestly, I think tomorrow let's go for the goal. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Let's do another stream where I'll be more careful and we'll get the goal. This is my promise to you all. Thank you all for watching. Don't hesitate before we end this stream if you have any questions, last minute questions about the Grand Gallery, about the new functionalities, anything. I'm happy to answer them. Yeah, I'm a bit I don't know why they're not showing. Well, let me check one thing actually. If we restart and we check the achievements, are we going to see something? Because maybe you can only see it if you're inside, which would still be kind of dumb, to be honest, but anyway. We need to skip that, and if I press A, no. I don't see anything coming. Let's give it a second. Yeah, if I press A for achievement, nothing happens. If I click here, there's nothing. So yeah, I think basically for these scenario achievements, we're gonna have to just figure them out because they don't appear here. They don't appear on the game. They just appear over there, right? We can see those 3 badges. I don't have them for this one. So, I mean, that does give me a reason to replay the first and second scenario. I have 0 out of 3 on this one, and I only have 1 out of 3 on this one. But without any description, it's a bit hard to know what we're supposed to do. Yeah, so thanks everyone again for watching. I think it's been really amazing to see you all, especially some of you that have been following my series recently. It was great to chat live. And yeah, I hope to see you tomorrow for another stream. And in the meantime, I'll definitely try to understand all those badges. I'll post right now a message in the Discord community to see if somebody has any clue on that. Okay, thanks again, and I hope to see you next time, tomorrow.